Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Thank you for stopping by. I am doing a whip and chat. I am working on Cozy Christmas. That's what I'm working on right now. And I am about right around, here's the cat. So like right around this area here. So I'm about 2/3 of the way done. Yeah, about 2/3, a little more, I think. I want to get this done before our Christmas party because I'm going to hang her up for Christmas. Okay, it's very beautiful. I mean, it's coming along really well. Look how good it's coming out. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's coming along awesome. I am loving this. So today is Sunday, what, the 24th? I'm going to post this one today. I did a bunch of videos today because generally I don't have much time during the week. You would think being home I'd have plenty of time. No, I don't. And last week was extremely busy. I had to do a lot with my daughter and with my granddaughter. And then there was a little mishap with one of the cats. He's a fuzzy cat with a very fuzzy bottom, and he got poop on his butt. So my daughter can't really deal with that right now, so she asked me to clean it. So me and my sister went over there. He got 3 baths because between the 2 days he had a little bit of the runs. They changed his food, and I think that's what bothered him. He's fine now. It was just, he's this very sweet cat, but let me tell you, that's not something I wanted to do. But anyway, yeah, so it was very busy last week. I didn't get a chance to do anything. So I didn't think I was going to do a lot of videos today. And when I did the first 2, I thought those were going to be the only ones I got done. But I actually got done quite a few. So you guys are going to have a video pretty much every day for this week, which is Thanksgiving week. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If not, I hope you have a good day anyway, regardless, you know. I know not everybody gets a chance to do it, and not everybody is in the U.S., you know. It's a big deal for us, you know, for my family. I am going to have, it's either 18 or 20 people, because there's a couple we're not 100% sure if they're coming for dinner or if they're coming after dinner. But, yeah, it's a good amount, you know. So I'm cooking 2 turkeys, a ham, plus mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green beans, broccoli casserole, or broccoli cheese bake, whatever. What else? There's more stuffing. I have to make the cranberry sauce. Mine is not cooked. What I do is I take, I don't know what you call it, a relish maybe. You take a bag of cranberries, wash them, of course, an orange with the peel, and you just put the berries in a blender, cut up the orange in, like, I don't know, quarters or thirds or what, you know, like cut it in quarters and then cut that in maybe thirds, and then put a cup of sugar and you blend it up. Now you can cut the sugar a little bit down. I have cut the sugar, but I always find out that I have to add a little bit more, but I start with like a half a cup and then I add as I go, but the recipe is for 1 cup. And you can make this a couple days, 3 days, 4 days, a week before, doesn't really matter. And you just chop that all up, and it's absolutely delicious. It's really refreshing. You know, cranberry sauce is good, but it can be almost too sweet. This is not. This has slight tang to it. It's really, really good. People who don't like cranberry sauce actually like this a lot. but I do both. Like, I have that, and then I buy the canned stuff because some people just want the canned stuff, which is fine by me, you know. So yeah, so I'm doing that. If you hear a noise, my husband's downstairs doing some stuff. I gotta grab a color here. I'm gonna grab a fairy dust. And you guys are gonna see it, but you're not really gonna see it. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the light on. All right, maybe you guys can see it better. I don't know, but see the fairy dust? In the green, you can see it a lot better, okay? But when you lay them down, I don't really see them that well. Like, there's some here. I mean, they are pretty, but I like AB better. To me, the AB look nicer than the fairy dust. It's pretty, but I don't get the same bang with that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm cooking for a lot of people. Now, let me see. I'm going to have to move this a little bit. I am going to turn this off, though. It's too bright. Okay, that's better. Let's see. Usually I go like this. Anyway, so what are you guys doing? Let me know if you guys are doing a big thing, if you go anywhere. I mean, I would hate to travel. I used to go to my mom's. She's the next state over, but it's only like a 20-minute ride. But I wound up having to cook everything anyway, so I figure, you know, the last, I don't know how many years, I've been in this house 10 years. And before that, at my other house, I've had Thanksgiving for many, many years at my house. It was just easier that way. I have a clip over here holding the plastic, and it's actually bothering me. I'm going to take it off. Take it off because my arm's getting stuck on it. The one thing about this plastic that's nice is it's folded. You can actually fold it. So I actually do like that it's got the perforations because of that. Anyway, so yeah. You guys traveling? Just like I was saying earlier, just the thought of traveling during the holiday. I am not one to really travel anyway. I'm a wicked homebody. I'd rather be home. Like, I love people to come visit, but I'm not one to really go visit people. And everybody knows they can come visit me anytime. My door is always open pretty much to family and friends. You know, they're more than welcome. So yeah, so it's going to be a super, super busy week. Tomorrow I get my granddaughter. I won't be able to finish my shopping. And I wasn't going to go today because it's crazy at the store I go to, which is the Market Basket here in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, the most popular store because it's pretty much the most reasonable with their prices. But these 2 days, it is packed. So I'm just going to go on Tuesday and get the rest of the stuff I need. I already have my turkeys defrosting in the fridge downstairs because I'm doing 2 turkeys and a ham. I think I already said that. But then I marinate them. I do a Portuguese style. I marinate them in a garlic wine sauce. Not the ham, just the turkey. It actually comes out really, really, really good. But I'll tell you one thing. After cooking all day, and before when I was working, I used to have to make a dinner. I used to end up sometimes making like 3 dinners. It was crazy. But after cooking all day, to tell you the truth, I get so sick of the smells that I don't even want to eat. You know, anytime I do these big things, if I'm cooking all day, 90% of the time I'm going to have a little bit of food. I'll have maybe a little bit of the cranberry sauce because that doesn't make me feel weird or anything. I'll have a little bit of the stuffing, a little bit of maybe the green beans and corn, and honestly, most of the time I don't even eat turkey till the next day, which is stupid because it doesn't taste as good the next day. It always has that funky taste, you know, but I don't feel like eating it, you know. Anytime I cook anything that takes a long time, and of course, it's going to take a long time. I do start cooking stuff the day before. I'm going to be making the stuffing, of course, the day before. I'm going to be making the sweet potatoes. I make the mashed potatoes that same morning, so it's not the day before, because potatoes from the next day taste weird. Sweet potatoes taste fine, because I add, what do you call that? Syrup, maple syrup. I add maple syrup to them. So they taste perfectly fine the next day. I'm going to make the green beans the same day. I think I'm going to make the broccoli bake the day before because I'm going to have both my ovens going. Thank God, I actually have a double oven. The other house that I had down in Lowell, it had a double oven even when we moved in there. So when we redid the kitchen, we put in a double oven, and it's always come in super handy, even though it's right now it's just me and my husband. But when I have these big functions, that double oven, I'm telling you, it really saves the day. It really saves the day. So I'm going to definitely be having all my stuff going. I'm going to waste a ton of electricity. Hopefully it's a sunny day and I can, the solar will take over, because we have solar. We rent our solar. And I think it's like a 20-year rental or something like that. And then after, you can renew your rental or buy them out. I don't really even know. So it saves us quite a bit on power, electricity rates, because here in the Northeast, we have the highest electricity rates, I think, in the country. It is crazy. It is crazy how expensive it is. My neighbor across the street, when the power went up last year, the rates went up. They had like a $700 bill. I was like, oh my God, if we get bills like that, we wouldn't be able to eat, period. It just, we'd never be able to do anything. So I'm so glad we got the solar. And I'm pretty sure, I guess this one is a stray here. I'm pretty sure that we're going to continue it. What we may have to do at some point is like put on a new roof, because our roof, I mean, it's at least 10 years old because we lived here 10 years. But that's just wear and tear, it happens. One thing about having the solar, believe it or not, because our entire house is actually covered with solar because we had a lot of trees. We've taken some trees down, but for us to be able to get the amount of power that we needed to get, they had to cover the entire roof with solar panels, which is great. I'm not complaining. But it also kind of protects the roof a little bit because it's not getting a ton of wear and tear, because a lot of it is happening to the solar panels. So it's a good deal. For us, it wound up being a really good deal. I'm happy with it. Would we buy solar? No. It's too expensive to buy. You're better off just renting, in my opinion. But, everybody's different. We sell anything we make extra, we sell back to the power company. And then we have, that's during the summer. And then, of course, in the winter, we wind up using those credits. I mean, sometimes my bill for my power, even in the summer, is like $13. Now, I'm still paying my solar. My solar is a little over $100. That's my rental for the solar power. God, I just hate when that happens. You guys, I don't know why it does that, but when that happens, it irritates the heck out of me. So yeah, so we wound up saving a lot of money having solar. And thank God, because, we're not rich people by any stretch. We just happened to get lucky with that program they were running. And they still have it. The company's called Sunrun. I don't know if they do anything in other states. They do it here in New Hampshire and in Massachusetts. But there are a bunch of other companies that do the same thing. Just make sure it's a reputable company. My husband literally, he became like an expert in solar power when he was trying to figure this out. He researched it for months, researched different companies for months, until he finally decided on which one, was going to give us the best deal and was going to be reputable, and we've been very happy. If there's any issues, they come and fix it. They monitor it too. My neighbor, she got it as well. And she ran into an issue with her roof. It had something to do with when they put them in or something like that. And they fixed it. They paid for it. And then they credited her back a good amount of money because she wasn't able to use her power for a few weeks because they had to take those panels down in order to do the work. Yeah, they've been really good. I can't really complain at all. So, yeah, my ovens are going to be going pretty strong on Wednesday and Thursday. Actually, even on Tuesday, because I'm actually going to be baking at least one dessert on Tuesday. So it's going to be a wild. And then after that, we're going to put out on Friday, we get all our Christmas stuff down and put away all my Thanksgiving stuff. And then we're going to get ready for the party on December 14th. We're having a Christmas party. And I have, it says 19 people because we did it on Facebook. But those people, some of them have spouses, they haven't replied yet. So it's probably going to be close to 50 people, I want to say. And we do have a big yard, so people park in the yard, and they park, in our driveway. They park in my neighbor's driveway. She's very generous like that. Plus she's coming too, so it'll be fun. And so I'm going to be getting ready for that. And that's why I want to finish this. I want to finish this so I can have it done and up for that party, because I love showing off my stuff, you know? It's just fun. But yeah, I'm gonna be super busy. So if it comes to a time where you don't see some videos, it's because I'm crazy busy, all right? Plus, I'm not ordering a lot of stuff, especially from Temu. I've ordered, you'll see in these videos coming up starting tomorrow, there's a couple of diamond painting related things, but most of the stuff is not diamond painting at all by any stretch. It's just some odds and ends that I've ordered. And I do have quite a few paintings that I did today, which is Dreamer Designs and Diamond Art Club, stuff that I've had just here that I hadn't opened yet. I still have quite a few that I haven't opened yet. And of course, there's Black Friday coming, so I don't know what Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs is doing. I don't know if I'm going to get... I might get a couple of things. I'm not going to get a ton. I'm not. Honestly, the stuff that Diamond Art Club has been posting that they're going to be doing, there's nothing that I'm in love with by it. Nothing. There's nothing I would even want to buy. At least yet. Now, they're saying that there's going to be 100 released for Black Friday, and they release them at midnight, which... I'm sorry, but no, I'm going to be snoozing, thank you. I mean, occasionally I wake up in the middle of the night and check my phone. Maybe I'll do it then. Some people say they sell out a lot, but you know what? Hey, if they sell out, they sell out. I haven't seen any that I'm like, oh, I just have to have it at all. The ones that I got that I really wanted were the Christmas ones, because I really, really love the Christmas ones. Those kind of are my favorite. I just like the colors, and I like the... subject matter. You know, I like Halloween ones too, but I think I like the Christmas ones better. And I like the portrait ones with really beautiful women. You know, they really need to do some really beautiful men, don't you think? I think they need to. They had one yesterday that they released, and it was like a man and woman embracing, and it kind of looked like maybe a Twilight type thing or something like that, or somebody mentioned Vampire Diaries. I've never seen either one of those. So maybe that's kind of what it was based on, but I'm like, nah, I just wasn't in love with it. I think it was the colors. There wasn't a lot of color to it. It was kind of, I think it's meant to look antique, but it looked kind of drabby to me. I mean, I'm thinking it's probably going to be really pretty when it's done, but like I said, I wasn't in love with it, which is a good thing. You know, I have too much as it is, so... I don't need to be in love with anything. Plus, I've been crocheting. I've been working on a particular pattern that I had to back engineer because for some reason, I don't know what happened to the pattern. I cannot for the life of me find it. Doesn't matter. I don't like the way it is because it's worked one way and I'm working it in reverse. Because I think I'm actually going to do a video, but it won't be on this channel. I think I'm going to create a separate channel for just some crochet stuff. I don't know yet, though. I'm kind of on the fence on that because crochet is not like just doing an unboxing video. It takes a lot of time, you know, to finish a project. So I think if I were to do it, it would be more small scale projects or like motifs for like a bedspread or something. I have a ton of antique books. I have a book that's over 100 years old with patterns and stuff, so it'd be kind of fun. There is a woman I watch, I think it's just Vintage Crochet. For the life of me, I can't remember her name. And she does these mystery things, which is fun. She grabs a little like a canister, and her son goes through these books, and he finds let's see, is that one? Yeah, that goes there. He finds patterns. He blacks out the name. He blacks out anything that would give her an idea what the pattern is. So she has to try to create it and like read the pattern and try to figure out what they're saying. And some of the patterns from like the 1800s are very vague. Like you're like, what? I mean, I give her props for knowing what the hell they're talking about. Like I consider myself an expert, but I'm not an expert in that. I mean, you're talking, unless I saw a picture. If I see a picture, I can create it generally. But if there's no picture and it's just these weird vague directions, plus some of those patterns are UK terms, and if you don't know that, you're going to mess up the pattern. Now, I do know the difference between the UK terms and the US terms as far as their double crochet actually being a single crochet in American terms, but it's one of those things where you're like, I don't know. So anyway, what I was saying about that is I have a bunch of antique books, and she does those mystery ones. I wouldn't want to do a mystery one. I think it would just irritate me. I think I would just find, I don't know, say a trim like to put on a blouse, or which nobody does that anymore, but whatever, you can put it on something, or just a motif for like a bedspread or a tablecloth. You can change the motifs. You don't have to have them in thread. A lot of them are done in thread because thread was way cheaper than yarn. Yarn was very expensive. So a lot of people did doilies and stuff because they enjoyed doing the crochet, but people really couldn't afford yarn. Yarn was way more expensive than just doing thread, and they probably like took some stuff apart, like old stuff, and and maybe they did stuff with yarn, but it was probably like reused. They did a lot of they did recycling of cloth before we even knew, long before we know what it is, And that's why sometimes a lot of old clothes, there's not a lot of old, like, vintage clothing, other than maybe like rich people's clothes and stuff, because people just used their clothing till there was practically nothing left. Plus they resized it, stuff went to children, they cut it down, they made other things with it. You could take a dress and make, a couple of baby dresses, whatever, so yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing something like that, and just like, instead of using thread, using a yarn and making a big Afghan with like a motif that's probably in the pattern. It's probably like this, but in a yarn it's more like this, and it'd probably be very beautiful. I've seen that done, and I think it would come out really nice. And those videos, although it would take me much longer to do than say the 20 minutes to an hour at the most, because you're doing it in stages, it's not, you're not showing the entire thing. You're showing the beginning of the pattern. I mean, sometimes you are showing the full round, depending on how intricate the pattern is. And some patterns are pretty intricate, stuff like that. I was definitely thinking of doing that, but I am on the fence, only because I know the time involved is much more than I don't know if I'm really willing to devote that time. Now, the thing is, I crochet anyway, but actually telling a person, hey, this is the step you go, this is what you do, that's a little bit different. Plus making a video, and I know I would have to make it in stages, because I would have to pause it, finish a round or whatever, and then come back, or pause it, or stop and then put it in order. Stop the video, put it in order. You have to create like a movie. You can do that on your phone, just put a couple of videos together, and I don't know, it involves a lot more time and effort. And although I would love to teach crochet to pretty much anybody who wants to learn, because I feel it's almost a lost art, but now actually it's had a resurgence, which is really nice. During the lockdown, some people actually started learning how to crochet and knit, which was really one good aspect of that, and it actually makes me very happy, because crochet is something that I know has so much value. You can do so many things. I literally just made 3 hats. I made my granddaughter, and I have 2 others, because I'm perfecting this pattern, so I'm changing it up a little bit, because a few years ago I made the family, which would be me, my son, his girlfriend, my daughter, her husband, and my husband, and my grandson, all hats, and I think her 2 daughters too. I made hats for all of us. And actually, did I make the hats? She might not have been in the picture yet. I don't remember, but I haven't updated it and made more like for the other kids. My granddaughter, of course, didn't have one yet, and so I needed to make a few more. So I looked for the pattern. I couldn't find it. I'm like, what the hell? I don't understand where it is. I have looked everywhere that I think it could have been saved, like Pinterest or, one of those things. Doesn't matter. And my pattern now is different because I completely re-engineered from a different. I looked at it and I changed what I didn't like and made it my own and worked it a completely different way. So I'm not stealing the pattern by any stretch. I really made my own pattern by looking at it, but not taking the. I took the look of it, but not the directions. Okay, I made up my own directions completely. Because sometimes I'll do that. I'll look at a pattern and I'll be like, oh, I don't need a pattern for that. Or I'll look at a thing and be like, oh, I don't need a pattern for that. I can do that by looking at it. And that's kind of what I did with this. But I sometimes it's just easier to have a pattern. But then when I realized once my husband brought the hat down that it wasn't what I wanted because it's worked a different way. It's worked from the brim up and I want it from the end the other way. Okay. It's just much easier to work a hat that way. I prefer it that way. So I had to do that, plus change some of the stitch count because I thought it was a little bit too big. There's a lot of math actually in crochet, which is weird because I say I don't math well, but I do math well when I'm trying to crochet, and I do a ton of counting. It's always a good idea if you're crocheting, if you're just learning to crochet. Now, I don't know so much about knit because knitting is a little bit different. You can pretty much tell when you drop the stitch. But with crochet, sometimes you don't know when you've added a stitch or taken a stitch away. I literally just finished a round and counted it back, and there was an extra stitch. I'm like, where the hell did I put that? But I found it. It was right at the beginning of one of the rows, couple rows back. The one good thing about crochet is you can easily undo a couple of rows where knitting. This is why I don't knit. It's a little bit more complicated, and I really just don't have the energy for that. When I'm crocheting, I'm doing it a lot of times mindlessly. I'm just doing it just for the relaxation. Like last week was extremely busy. And yesterday I pretty much crocheted a good part of the day. It was just my way of winding down my nervous system. Because I'm the kind of person, I have to be doing something. I cannot just watch TV. I can't just sit there and watch TV all day unless I'm sick. And even then, I get so sick and tired of it. I actually have to be doing something with my hands. And to be honest with you, even though I absolutely love diamond painting, yesterday wasn't doing it for me at all. It just wasn't. So I made at least one hat. I made another hat today. Well, I actually started that one yesterday. And I'm going to be done here soon. Let's see, what am I at? 28 minutes. And I'm going to finish that one, which is only a couple more rows. And then I'm going to start another one with slightly different variation of that particular pattern because I'm doing a couple different variations. It's really cute. It's an elf hat. It's striped. It's really fun. If I do a video of it, I will let you guys know about it. For anybody who does crochet, you can just look at it and see if you like it. Maybe you can send it to, a friend. Hey, can you crochet this for me? Don't do that. Don't do that to your friends. We always feel like when people do that, we're always like, oh, what the heck, I love doing stuff, but I don't like feeling like I'm obligated or feeling like it becomes a job. That's why I don't take orders. I really don't take orders anymore at all for stuff like that, because once I take an order, it's a job, and then it loses its joy for me. I just enjoy doing it. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't necessarily take an order for something. I guess it kind of depends, but I have to be in the right mindset for it. I mean, I posted some stuff on my Facebook page, I don't know, a couple months ago, and one person did want something, but it was something I could work up quick, and she paid me well for it. But sometimes I'll post something and I'll say, just so you know, I'm not taking orders, because crochet is very time consuming, and people do not realize that it takes, number one, it's very time consuming. So a hat can take 3 hours. It can take 10 hours. It really just depends on what you're doing. Depends how quick you are. I mean, that too. But it's also not cheap. Yarn is expensive. Right now they're having some good sales though, like Joann's and stuff. But yarn is expensive. It's not like it used to be. And even back in the day, it wasn't that cheap. And people think you can just cook something up in an hour. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. You know, this is something that takes a long time. Plus, if you're a crocheter and you've been doing it for a long time, and even if you haven't, it takes skill. It's something you have to learn. And, you know, practice makes perfect, that kind of thing. So it takes a lot of effort. And I don't think anybody's entitled to anybody's work for free. Unless you want to give it to them. I mean, I make stuff all the time for people. I used to feel bad back in the day, like about charging. But I've done, like, you wouldn't believe the stuff I've done, like the crochet gowns. I would think I mentioned it before. I should show you guys a video of what I'm talking about. These are thread with pearls and beads and stuff. They're amazing. Excuse me. And, you know, I had one woman tell me I had to make her a christening gown because I had done it for a couple of other people. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't have to do anything. I felt like, who are you to tell me that I owe you anything? You know, first of all, you're not a family member. You're just somebody who's a friend, friendly, not like a real big friend or anything. And she thought somehow that she was owed something. It's like, no, no. And the older I get, the less I want to do stuff sometimes, you know. I mean, it's funny because my daughter just posted something to my page. And it's crocheted snakes, okay? They're actually wicked, wicked cute. I probably could do it without a pattern, but honestly, if I'm going to make her one for Christmas, which I know she would love, and I don't know if I can do it. Actually, it's going to work up quick because it's that really thick yarn, the jumbo yarn or plush yarn. I forget what it's called right now. It's thick, you know, and you know, I would make her one, you know, but I don't want to make a bunch for anybody. You know, I'm actually working also on making a few ornaments for my trees. These little tiny ugly sweaters. They're made with thread. They're wicked cute, guys. I swear they're so stinking cute. Actually, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to go get one just to show you. Hang on. They're so adorable. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I'm going to turn on the light. I actually grabbed the hat that I finished yesterday too. But look, wait till you see how cute this is. Isn't that the cutest? Isn't that the cutest? I'm going to make a bunch of these little ornaments. I love it. And I have them in different colors because I have a bunch of this size 3 thread. Did I put that one in? The edge? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. I didn't realize I had done that, finished it off. But isn't that fun, you know? And I have little angels too. I think I'm going to do little mittens and little Santa faces. Let's see how many I can get done. Honestly, doing this is not hard. This is actually pretty easy. It's putting in the ends. But what I've been doing is I've been tying them, so that's not a big deal. All right, now this is the hat. Now, I don't know how well you're going to see this, but this is the hat. You know what? I have to turn this off, and I'm going to pan it out. All right, let me see if you can see it. That's the hat. See, it's like it's a long hat with a long tail. I'm gonna put now. You're seeing this here. You might not even notice it, but this is the seam, which I'm trying to like minimize that seam. I don't like how this one came out. So like this, you don't really see the seam, but isn't that pretty? And it's got this long tail. I'm going to put a poof here. And this is I'm trying not to let it get on here. This is the edge that I am just finishing on the other one. But isn't that pretty? I love these hats. These come out really cute. Really, really, really cute. All right, let me bring it up closer. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on too. I always have something going on. Very rarely do I have nothing that I'm working on with my hands. I really love, actually I was over here. I really love doing stuff with my hands. And honestly, I think because of my anxiety, and I don't even realize this, it helps me to like use up that nervous energy. you know, because, you know, with the back pain and stuff, I can't do a lot of things physically sometimes because I'm in pain, but I can do stuff with my hands. Now, I do my stuff, you know, and I keep my house clean and I do my dishes and blah, 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 all that stuff. But there are times that it's kind of hard, you know, with issues with my back. I'm going to be going to physical therapy next week, actually, for the first time, because they finally were able to get me in with a referral. You know, it's ridiculous how long it takes. Some of these things take, but you know, honestly, it's fine because I didn't want to do it before Thanksgiving anyway, so it worked out well. But it just took so damn long from the time I saw the doctor to the time I finally got an approval. You know, but whatever. It is how it is. These insurances, you pay all this extra money and you get less. Do you guys know, and I did not know this, that Amazon has a pharmacy? I have a medication that for some weird reason, even though it's generic, my insurance, even though we pay more for this insurance than any other insurance I've ever had, it labels it a tier 2, so it's a lot more expensive, even though it's a generic med. Okay, it's an absolutely generic med. It's dirt cheap. Even out of pocket on Amazon for the amount I'm getting is cheaper than going through my insurance. And my insurance, it should be maybe $5-6 or something like that. But on Amazon, through Amazon, it'll be $30-something if I have to pay out of pocket in case the insurance gives them a weird price. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm switching a bunch of my prescriptions to Amazon. I switched my mom's Advair because her pharmacy, even with the insurance, one thing of Advair was $156 because they're charging the insurance like $800 for one thing of Advair. Advair is a asthma medication. It's just, it's like a round thingy or a purple thingy. It's to help, but it's a maintenance drug. It's not albuterol where you use as a rescue inhaler. This is just to keep you from actually having, it's a preventative, you know, from actually getting an asthma attack. And they want to charge, it used to be like $40. All of a sudden it's up to $150-something. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I let the pharmacist have it the other day. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, you guys are charging way too much. She's like, no, that's the price the insurance gives us. Well, the insurance isn't going to give you a $150 price if you're not giving them an $800 bill. You know, it's outrageous. It's outrageous on so many levels. You know, but what are you going to do? You have to look around. So I didn't know that, like I said, that Amazon had a pharmacy. So if you want to check it out, all you do is you go onto the search bar on Amazon and type Amazon pharmacy, and it'll bring you to a different page, and they will look up your insurance, tell you if it's covered, if they cover your insurance. If not, they'll let you know what the price of your medication, especially if you're a Prime member, what your medication would be even without insurance. And a lot of times it's actually cheaper than with the insurance because the copay on the insurance is actually more money. You know, I've had that even happen even at my regular pharmacy, you know, especially if they use one of those coupons. What are they called? They have a few different ones. Oh, they call them a coupon, but I forget what they're called. They're like, I can't remember what they're called now. Whatever. You can ask your pharmacy. They'll know. Your pharmacist will know exactly what I'm talking about. Because a lot of times you can ask them to run it through one of those coupons, and it winds up being less than half of the price that they want to charge you. You know, so because they know, you know, if they can get extra money out of you, they will. So, anyway, I don't know how we got started all the way over here. To Amazon pharmacy. I have no clue, no idea. I told you all about my crochet stuff. I showed you my crochet little thing here, which is so stinking cute. I have no idea. I have no idea how we got there. So, anyway, I think I'm going to finish. We're almost 40 minutes here. I just wanted to get on here, say hi to everyone, wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't have Thanksgiving, I hope you have a good day regardless. And have a good week. you know, I will definitely be posting some videos. I just uploaded some. But you guys are going to be busy too. You know, I understand. People are busy too. They're not going to be watching videos on Thanksgiving. Most people anyway. I probably won't upload on, because I'm not uploading them all today, because sometimes my internet goes slow. But I don't think on Thanksgiving I'm going to be putting one on, because like I said, people are going to be with family and stuff, and yeah, it's best not to really be have your face in your phone if you can avoid it, unless you have an issue with your family, because you know that happens too. You know. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I will show you this one soon when it's done. It's getting close. I'm going to say another 10 days or so, and then I'll be hanging her up. So I hope you guys have a great night wherever you are. Take good care of yourselves. Happy Thanksgiving. Blessings and thank you.